It's showtime.
Hey, welcome to Did You Watch Survivor Last Night? No, that's not what it's called anymore. Hey, welcome to the Compassionate Haters Survivor Podcast, the only Survivor podcast for compassionate haters. My name is Jake Shadell. Each week I ask my best friend Thomas Powell if he did indeed watch a certain reality show. Hey, Thomas, how's it going today?
Jake, Happy New Year. I'm really
New year, new
annoyed.
me.
I'm really annoyed that I didn't manage to work in a see you next year in our last episode.
Well, I saw you last year, so
Yeah.
that's kind of similar.
I haven't seen you since last year.
Guess what? I haven't showered since yesterday.
Oh,
It's a little New Year's joke for you.
are you a night shower or a morning shower?
I'm an early afternoon shower when I get around to it kind of thing, you know?
Sure, yeah.
I always intend to shower in the morning, and then I get into the shower, and it's like 1 p.m., and I'm like,
Yeah,
"Ugh."
you got to rot in bed for a while before that.
Yeah, right. You need to soak up the sweat before you actually get in the shower, and I'm really sorry I said
It's
that
my
out loud.
favorite Sheryl Crow song.
Okay, well, speaking of words that start with S, Thomas, did you watch Survivor South Pacific last night?
You know, people say you lose it when you've been doing something for a while, but I think you just keep getting better at these segues.
Call me Jeff Probst the way I'm segueing from one thing to the next. Okay, so
It's that
was
guy
a yes?
Joe Bluth, because he certainly knows his way around a segue.
Okay. It's a fucking Arrested Development joke in 2026.
That's right, baby. I'm a goddamn millennial. Deal with it.
Starting the year off strong with 20-year-old references. Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso was a song recently. We got him back. Now we're back in the modern day.
No, that's all.
Except
We're
this
already way
one-
behind. They've moved on. They're all about,
I know.
I don't know, Gracie Abrams now.
67 or whatever.
60,
Anyway, this
67. That would be a good. I know there are parents that are doing the 8-9 thing. That's like their version of our parents saying Pokemon. But I
is
think
funny.
saying 67 would probably be very annoying to
It's so-
children.
It still works. They do think it's funny. Speaking of calling Pokemans, I think I might have told you this when we were at my wife's sister's for Christmas last year.
There's another term for that, but go on.
Last Christmas, I went to my sister-in-law's. Her child, who's 4, was wearing Pikachu socks, and Ariel's aunt goes, "Is that Pikachu on your socks, or is that Pokemon?"
Ooh,
What? Is it 1998 again? Come on.
impossible question
It's
to
clearly
answer. It's
Pikachu.
both.
Honestly, I think after saying that, she needed a little redemption, because this week's episode was called "I Need Redemption." What did you think of that title?
Pretty good.
So, first premiere September 14th, 2011. How old would you have been? September 14th,
September 14th, 2011. Wow, I would have been newly 20 years old.
20 years old. That doesn't sound right. 2011 feels like a fake year.
It really does, doesn't it? I know what I was
What happened
doing,
in
but it doesn't
2011?
feel real.
Yeah. This week's episode got 10.74 million viewers. Do you want to guess how many viewers it got?
10.74 million, I bet.
Yeah.
Just
yeah, good job.
spitballing.
Yeah, good answer. So do you know the backstory to this one much?
No.
So this was the follow-up to a season called Redemption Island, which came to be after the Heroes versus Villains reunion when Boston Rob and Russell Hantz got in an argument and like had a promo off, I guess, is what you would call it in the wrestling world. And Russell was like, do a whole season, me versus you. I'll run your ass up and down this island. And so they did that. It was called Redemption Island, and it was pretty bad. And then they said, what if we did it again? But this time, instead of like a long-standing rivalry between two of the greatest villains who's ever been on the show, We got just two guys who's been on the show before. It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
guess.
this was like I'm trying to what was it was Island of the Islands that Island of the
Yeah.
Idols where one they had two players that you knew that were just kind of watching things happen, but then they brought back like three or four former players.
Yeah. If they did Island of the Islands too. And it was like, we got Angelina and Sydney from Go Wrong. It's like, what? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but everybody likes both of them. They're fun characters. Why are they here together, though? That doesn't make any sense.
Don't worry about it.
They're just two guys from the show you remember and like. So the guys we like on this one are Coach and Ozzy. And then we also meet the rest of the cast, including Russell Hantz's nephew, Brandon, who says it's like being Hitler's nephew. Do you think Russell Hantz appreciated being compared to Hitler?
Probably not.
In 2011?
I can't imagine that he enjoyed that.
A rare person appreciates that comparison, I think.
Yeah, I don't know that anyone wants to be compared to Hitler.
Brandon says he's not going to take his shirt off because he's afraid of being found out as a Hantz. And this lasts a while, and he really commits to this bit, doesn't
It
he?
is very funny to have tattoos that basically have to do tattoos that are like, I am Russell Hantz's nephew. Oh, I hope no one sees this.
I think it's especially funny. I mean, I guess people get their own names or like their family crest or whatever tattooed on them. That's fine. But to have it twice,
Yeah.
and one of them is Lil Hantz. Why would you refer to yourself as Lil Hantz?
Lil Hantz.
I hope
The question
we,
is whether he got that before or after Russell was on Survivor. That's the real question.
Yeah.
How much do you really
so-
love your last name?
Everybody is so excited to see Ozzy there. And also Coach is there too.
Coach is there.
I think it was Christine calls them temporary players.
Yeah, that's not smart.
Yeah, that was a...
You need to lull them into a false sense of security. I don't know why people make this mistake.
Because they're like, this is my season now.
Just be like, wow, I'm so excited I get to play with them, and then just go up to all of the regular people, you know, away from the people coming back and just be like, hey, we're getting them out, right?
Yeah. Seems like an obvious solution, but too bad. John Cochran requests that he just be called Cochran. And he's a lawyer, right? Is this the guy from that famous trial?
Yeah.
John Cochran?
Yeah, John Shut up.
John Cochran admits to being a huge
You
fan
were telling me,
of Survivor.
it's so funny, like, you were telling me about jokes that you made to people over Christmas in your family, and
yeah,
I was like, man, those are good bits. But when you're actually confronted with it, I had the same reaction they had, which is to not immediately know what you were saying, and then when I understood it, just be like, fuck you. Get out of here.
So John Cochran's a big fan of Survivor. That's great. The
you know what? I will say it is refreshing that someone was felt that they needed to be ashamed of being a big Survivor fan. One coming on there, like, don't hold it against me.
Wouldn't it be cool if more people subscribe to that way of playing? So they each smash an egg to reveal which tribe they're on. Coach's egg didn't burst immediately, and that was very funny.
Yeah, this is a season with weird energy, just from the get-go.
Very weird energy these first couple episodes. The vibes are especially bad when Coach meets his tribe. And he says he has to hold on to his buns because it's going to be a rocky ride. But he didn't say it in such a succinct way. I was like, bro, where are you going with this sentence?
I feel like he is like that Michael Scott bit where it's like, sometimes I start a sentence and even I don't know where I'm going. He just kind of talks.
Apparently, he spends a good portion of the time before they start filming, like, memorizing quotes from famous
Dude, come
people to
on.
sound smarter.
Oh,
It's like, yeah, dude, we know. Coach
that's
is a
so
great
unsurprising
character.
because he is that kind of guy, but it's like, oh.
Yeah. So then we get something called a hero challenge. Why didn't they call it a villain challenge?
Because isn't that season?
'Cause- oh, right. Sorry. Why didn't they call this a hustlers challenge?
Yeah, they should call it that.
They have to climb a 12-foot pole, retrieve a turtle, dig under a log, and then do a pyramid puzzle from, I think this is like a phone game. Like one of those phone puzzle games.
Yeah, the
that people
ones
like
that
to
you
do.
love to be tricked by.
I'll have you know, I haven't played a mobile game in many months.
Oh,
New
that's
year,
good.
new me, no mobile games. Winner gets potatoes and flint. Not together, you guys, come on.
Wasn't it
You use
taro?
one to
It
make
wasn't
the other.
potatoes. It was taro.
Taro grows on the island, doesn't it?
I think so, but they specifically were like, "This is taro. It's kind of like potatoes around here."
Okay, so you were maybe paying closer attention than I
Yeah,
was.
I also like taro.
Sure. Jeff screams at them both when they fuck up the puzzle. This was very funny. They did this game in a really old episode of Doctor Who I watched recently, and it took the Doctor like 2,000 turns to get it. Isn't that interesting?
This was kind of like that. You're saying?
This was kind of like that, but Jeff Probst wasn't there yelling. It was a man called the Toy Maker. He was the one yelling.
Okay, he was kind of the Jeff Probst of the Doctor Who universe.
A little bit. Ozzy wins with the help of his tribe, which is great, great, great. Only one person talks to Coach after the challenge, so he's worried that he's going to be out first. Would be pretty smart of your tribe mates, right? To
Yeah.
do that.
I would do that.
Okay, so how much do you know about this season? Like, you obviously recognize Brandon Hantz and the two temporary players.
I'm familiar with the
recognize anybody
concept
else?
of. I'm familiar with the concept of Brandon Hantz. I am familiar with Cochran from people talking about him on the show, and also, wasn't there a reward where you got to hang out with them that Debbie won on a season?
Yes, that was a Game Changers event, yes.
What a stupid fucking season that was. But
Anybody
yeah,
else you recognize?
not really.
Okay.
I'm trying to think about it.
Do you have any idea at this point who wins?
Well, I know that it is not Coach or Ozzy because they have never won.
Okay, good point.
I
far
mean,
do you
it
think each
seems
of
like
them does
Cochran
make
would
it?
win. He's won before, right? Like,
Cochran has won before, and then he got a job for CBS, which is why he's not. He's like got a job as a writer on one of their shows now,
okay.
or did for a while. I don't know if he still does that, but yeah, that was like a conflict of whatever. So that's why he hasn't been back since he won. But there is a winner on this season, I should say. How far do you think Coach makes it?
I think Coach makes. From what I have heard, Coach has made it to Final Tribal at some point. So I'm going to say Coach makes it to Final Tribal.
How about Ozzy?
Ozzy will not make it to Final Tribal.
My man's been there, didn't do well, has never been back. Okay, so we start off on the Savai tribe. They ask Ozzy to be their leader. Okay, man, sure. He says he wants to play a strategic game this time.
Well, he has a very predictable strategy based on what Ozzy usually does.
Okay, so they do character intros, and Semhar does spoken word poetry for us. Isn't that fun?
Yeah, you're losing me at spoken word always.
And then she says
Unless
in a
you're like
talking
Gil
head,
Scott Heron, I'm not interested.
she says in a talking head, I'm not going to say I'm a poet and not have anything to show for it. And then she continues talking.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be in a
Bro,
position
you had
where
it,
you're
bro.
a poet. You wouldn't want to be in a position where you're a poet and you didn't even show it.
So funny. Okay, so Ozzy has the hots for Semhar and also her poetry and her passion. He would really like to have someone like her.
And just like, there's something about her. I can't put my finger
What
on
is it about?
that just makes me really want to ally with her.
They go swimming in their underwear, but John Cochran is anxious about undressing because of his translucent skin.
This goes on for too long, much like many Cochrane
Yeah.
things. Belaboring the point.
He says, if this is the 90210 tribe, I'm definitely one of the zeros. That's a funny line.
Okay.
That's a good line.
That is funny, but yeah. No, I think Cochrane is funny,
Yeah.
but like he lays it on thick sometimes.
He is the archetype. He is a coach type in that, like, they've tried to recreate that character in subsequent seasons so many times, and it's never as good.
Well, you know who he's like. And it's not someone that's on Survivor, but he has a very distinct vibe. I think this show had ended at that point, but he's got a Seth Cohen vibe in terms of.
Yes, this was 2011. How long did the OC run? Oh, speaking of TV, we went out with a friend last night. We were talking about two of your favorite shows. The OC, not the OC, the football one. The football OC. What's that one called? Friday Night Lights.
Oh, Friday Night Lights.
And the follow-up, Parenthood, ended in 2007.
Yes.
The OC did. So,
Yes,
yeah.
that sounds about right.
Yeah. Gossip Girl was the one that lasted a little longer. Okay, anyway, not important. We're here to talk
So anyway,
about
Seth
Survivor.
Cochran.
Seth Cochran is his name.
out there.
On the Upolu tribe, which is also the name of one of the islands they were on, as is Savai. Coach is afraid of his place on the tribe already. Not a great start. He says, please don't see me as a threat.
That's such a funny thing to be like, I'm not a threat.
Yeah.
I'm actually really bad at this game.
Yeah, that's why I keep coming back every 3 seasons. Sophie, I have to, ever since 49, I have to double check every time I read the name Sophie now. Sophie reveals she studied Russian in college. So Coach immediately starts speaking some rudimentary Russian to her. And she just goes, yeah, okay. It's so fucking funny. Coach is actually doing a good job coaching them on the island, though. Island living and all that. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, that is nice.
Christine goes idol hunting. Good for her. What do you think of Christine?
I found her to be kind of annoying, but
Fair. On Savai, Jim also thinks all the women are hot and owns 2 medical marijuana dispensaries. And this was in 2011, so...
he's won a bunch of poker stuff too. This is like with a classic thing where a guy has one thing about them and they're like, I'm going to bring this up in every single talking head.
How old do you think Jim is?
He looks like he's in like his 30s.
He's 35.
Like his late 30s maybe.
He's in his early 30s. He's 35 years old, which is the same age we will be in a matter of months.
That's true.
Isn't that
remind
weird
me.
to think about? Because this guy seems old to me, but maybe it's just because I saw him when I was 20 years old. So what
Yeah,
is he now, 50?
he looks like a 35 year. Well, he looks like a 35-year-old from 15 years ago is the thing.
Yeah. I guess we just stopped aging once people started being born in the 90s. Can that be right?
But like people from the previous generation at those ages also looked older. It's just that's just how it is.
It is fun to like look back at the early seasons and be like, this old hag is on the show and she's like 43.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys, come on. They do still kind of do that. They called who was it this last season? It was like, oh, she's the mom of the group, and she was like 2 years older than everyone else.
Oh, that was Christina, right?
Christina Spaghetti, of course.
Yeah, Christina Spaghetti was all of like 3 years older than the other people at her tribe, and it was like, she's my mom.
Yeah. Mark reveals that he's gay, and also he used to be a cop. They name him Papa Bear. Papa Bear, good nickname.
Yeah, Papa Bear, good nickname. I am entertained by gay detective.
Dawn has 6 kids and is used to being in charge, which makes her anxious about their lack of shelter.
Oh, this is an archetype of player that always irritates me, where it's like, I simply must be in charge. I can't turn off being in charge. And it's like, all right, you gotta let this go.
And
you gotta let this go right now.
Dawn is another character from this show, absolutely, who has quite the arc. Speaking of being in charge, she complains about them not having a leader, but then doesn't do anything to step up.
It could be you.
It could just be you. If you think you could be the leader, be the leader. Don't complain about lack of leadership and then also not be the leader. Just step into that role. If they want a leader, go ahead. Do that. Anyway, yeah, Dawn also annoys me at this point. Can't wait. Ugh, buddy, we are in for a wild ride. The 20s were a time in Survivor. Anyway, on Upolu, we learn about Brandon Hantz's loco tattoo, which means crazy in Spanish. Did you know that?
You learn something new every day.
And I know you were wondering, yes, God is number one for Little Hantz. Little Hantz is such a good nickname,
that's good
actually.
To know.
I'm only referring to him as Little Hantz from here on out. Oh my God. Okay. We just got to power through these notes. He doesn't trust Michaela because she's so pretty.
Yeah, this is all the way that this is shot too is like he's a serial killer, which he is talking like a serial killer. So.
He says to Coach, "That's Delilah, son." Who's Delilah?
Delilah is the woman that tempted Samson.
In the Bible,
cut his hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. The only Delilah I know is from the radio when I was a child.
from you're only familiar with Hey There, Delilah.
Yeah, the plain white tees. Is Delilah not the nice lady from the radio who did the shout-outs?
Yeah, that is also Delilah.
Okay. The way she carries herself, flaunts herself around, grew up in the church but strayed, and then he came back. Man, Brandon said a lot. He's just got a lot to say.
There's a lot. He says a lot, but then there's also like, what is he not saying here?
Right. He's married now, and he's gonna put himself.
He's a married man.
Mm-hmm. He's a married man.
He really loves saying that.
He's a married man now, and he's not gonna put himself in a situation that could get him in trouble.
This is like every single time that there's some kind of, like power dynamic, sexual harassment situation or whatever.
Yeah.
Where people are like, as a man, you simply cannot be in a room with a woman ever.
It's like,
because we know how it is. It's like, do we?
You could just be normal about it.
You could just be normal.
Just be normal.
Like, nah, bro. Simply not possible.
Here's my advice to Brandon Hanson 15 years ago. Just treat hot people like they're normal. And also Ozzy. Just treat hot people like they're normal people. Because guess what? They are. They actually appreciate that. Speaking as a person who was anxious around hot people for a very long time, don't be weird. Don't be weird. Just be normal. And Jeff, you too, be normal about the show again. It used to be so good. Even when Brandon Hantz was on it.
Even when Brandon Hantz was on there, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't great in this era, but I would say the season's more interesting than 49. Coach talks to Sophie, Lil Hantz, and 2 others about creating a strong 5 alliance. He says he's not going to do anything sneaky or dishonorable, but he's here to win. And isn't that interesting? Okay. Isn't that an interesting take from our man, Coach Wade? Okay. And then back on oh my God, sorry. This is such a stressful season for me, I think. It's just like so much going on immediately. On Savai, Dawn is having a mini breakdown and also hasn't had enough water. That's real. Oh my God. When I haven't had enough water.
Remember to drink water, people.
I'm going to take a little water break right here, right now. Could you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Ozzy tries to ground her. Not like a child, but like get back on Earth kind of grounding. I see why he is so liked, because this was a very kind way of helping somebody through something.
Yeah, I think he's probably fine to be around. He's just very irritating to watch on television because you see him immediately be like, who are the attractive women on this tribe? I should make an alliance with them.
Should make a strong 6 alliance with me and the 5 hottest women who have ever existed. Speaking of the hottest woman who's ever existed, Semhar gives them all advice on how to brush their teeth with the things that grow naturally. John Cochran tries to open a coconut and does not impress Ozzy.
we were texting. Sorry, yeah. I do like that. It's like somebody is just trying to learn how to do this stuff, and Ozzy is like offended. And is
Yeah, it's like,
immediately like, I
"That's
think that
not
we
how
should
you
kill
do it."
Cochrane.
What were you saying about texting?
No, I was saying we were texting about this, but because we were saying, Brandon Hantz is being tempted,
Yeah.
and then right after he's being tempted, Semhar got a toothbrush, some toothpaste, and a flannel for her face, pajamas.
Perfect.
And then she said, I said to my reflection, let's get out of this place.
And, given what happens at the end of this episode, well, I guess she doesn't go immediately to Ponderosa because there's a little twist this time.
Yeah, but she'd get out of this place.
Yeah.
Redemption Island is a different place.
I'm trying to remember. Do they have mirrors on Redemption Island, or was that Ghost Island? It doesn't matter. On Upolu, Brandon catches a few fish, but he is not going to reveal that he's Russell Hantz's nephew. Stop asking. It's like, bro.
My I am not Russell Hantz's nephew shirt is raising a lot of questions already answered by the shirt.
I 100% need that shirt. God, what a character. Okay, so Sophie can tell he's hiding something, obviously. This man never takes off his shirt. What a weirdo.
Yeah. What's going on with that? Well, it's not because I'm Russell Hantz's nephew, if that's what you're thinking.
Yeah. Why couldn't you just say, "Oh, I have an embarrassing tattoo. I don't like to show it off. I don't."
Well, the thing is, the concern that you have at that point is like, is this guy like a Nazi? Like, why?
Right.
Why does he have like a swastika tattoo?
No, he's just Hitler's nephew.
Yeah, he is Hitler's. No, he's worse. He's worse than Hitler's nephew. He's Russell Hantz's nephew.
He's got the Hantz name tattooed on his back. Okay, so at the immunity challenge, they have to crawl under an obstacle, run through coconuts, climb over a wall, dig for a machete, cut down a hoop, and then they have to shoot hoops with coconuts. This is fine.
This is a huge hoop to shoot coconuts into. This should have been very easy.
Yeah, but it's more about the weight than the scoring of points,
That sounds like loser talk.
Yeah, I guess if you're playing basketball, my advice would be like get more points than the other team.
Yeah. Skill issue.
Good? Is that good advice?
That is good advice.
So Upolu wins. They're so excited they win. Stacy goes on an idol hunt but doesn't find anything. Great stuff. On Savai, Semhar calls Jim out for making faces behind her back. Why is this the most dramatic season?
This is such a classic. It is like, this would be the easiest resolved thing, but it's like, yeah, look, I'm sorry. I'm not surprised that the spoken word artist found the most dramatic way to talk about this possible.
There's a great scene with Semhar coming up too. I don't remember what episode it is, but it's got to be soon. Okay. So the vote is between Semhar and Papa Bear. Sad to see either of them go. I would say no. I think I would be more sad to see Papa Bear go at this point, honestly.
I would also be more sad to see Papa Bear go.
Ozzy comes to Semhar's defense, no surprise, and throws Seth Cochrane, that's what we're calling him now, Seth Cochrane under the bunch. It's
so funny, where he literally is like, it's not just that he comes to Semhar's defense, he's like, I don't think it's fair for us to use anything that happened against Semhar. I can't really say why. I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it, but I just think that shouldn't count. But for Cochrane,
I'm sure he would love to put his finger on it.
He's a piece of shit. For Cochrane, though, he's a little pissant, and I should be allowed to kill him.
Yeah.
But so he's got to go. But Semhar, there's just some reason I can't quite
about her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. Jim is
Ozzy
worried.
like hypnotizes people when he talks to them because he won't. It's not even like he says that. He just says like, "Yeah, I don't think Semhar though. I think everything that happened, I get it, but like that shouldn't count." And then he just moves on, and everybody's like, "Okay."
Jim is worried that Ozzy has created an alliance with all the women. Sounds jealous.
Correct.
Jealous Jim.
No, this is.
Oh, okay.
I think that maybe that is part of it, but also like he immediately like Ozzy is not a subtle person, and so it's like, hey, I wonder if this thing that very obviously is happening is happening.
I'm like, I try to think back with his first two seasons, like Was it this blatant how horny he was?
I think it's escalated every successive season that he's been on.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of like every time they bring Debbie or Coach back, that character trait is the most popular character trait is just enhanced. Which the editors certainly
It's
did a
brand
lot.
enhanced.
It's pretty good. Seth Cochran is wildly paranoid after learning he's the target. That's fair.
Yeah, I got to tell you, the thing where Cochran won't shut up if he's facing elimination is, I think I would have maybe voted him out for it.
Fair. At Tribal Council, Jeff asks about Redemption Island. A thing we all know and love. Dawn talks about her breakdown. Ozzy talks about passion. Seth Cochran talks about being considered weak. I don't know. If I had translucent skin, I feel like I wouldn't go out on Survivor. At least try to get like a
That's
base
why I haven't
tan.
gone. That's why I haven't gone on Survivor.
Yeah. Every time Jeff's like, you should apply for Survivor.
Too
Tom's never
pale.
like, yeah, I can't do it. The translucent skin and all that. Semar and Seth Cochran
No,
argue.
Cochran was a big point of representation for people that look like me, in terms of their skin tone.
Yeah, absolutely. Ozzy is, representation for me as a person who loves hot women.
Yeah,
And Brandon Hantz, too. My two guys.
yeah. You're always saying about how much you admire Brandon Hantz.
And, this is my guy. I like the way he talks about women and other people in general. And also
That's
what he's done
me.
since Survivor. Seth Cochran gets one vote. Semhar gets the rest. Ozzy, I'm so sorry you lost your girl immediately. Because she was so pretty, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. God. Okay. Second episode we watched this week was called He Has Demons. The first premiered September 21, 2011. How old were you in September 21, 2011?
I still would have been 20 years old.
I would have also still been 20 years old.
Still had to get people buying booze for me.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to people who are slightly older than us. No, I'm not calling anybody out, though, because I don't know what the statute of limitations is on that one.
That's yeah. I could go to jail.
Every cop listening to this would be like, ooh, I wonder if they have slightly older cousins or siblings.
Let's go get them.
Let's go arrest these people for something that happened 15 years ago. Okay. Last week's episode received, do you remember?
It was like 10.74, wasn't it?
It was 10.74. How many do you think this one received?
I'm gonna say 10.5.
Close enough, 10.46. Pretty solid. On Redemption Island, Semhar is very sad she got voted out and recites a poem to herself. Okay, back on Savai. Sorry, did you have anything to say about Semhar on Redemption Island?
Nope, I have
Reciting a
absolutely
poem?
nothing to say about it. I think she said it all.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what poetry is about. Savai, everybody is expecting Seth Cochran to step it up. OC. What season
He's
of
the
the
new
OC
Cochran.
was about Seth Cohen stepping it up and doing his part? Was that ever a season arc or?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a recurring thing. Like, Seth,
Cool.
you ever gonna stop reading those damn comic books and grow up?
Honestly, just give it a rest.
Stop
They're gonna
listening
make
to
him
that
movies
damn
in,
Death Cab.
2 years. Cool guy. On Upolu, Coach is still complaining about being on the outs. Rock. Is The Rock on this season?
The Rock is on this season.
The Rock, Sophie, Brandon, and Albert is Coach's alliance, but he really likes Edna, too. Edna mode. Coach is going Edna mode. Remember from the
Coach is going,
Incredibles?
yes, Coach is going Edna mode. Sorry, I was just thinking about a scene where like Ozzy and Coach get off the helicopter,
Mm-hmm.
and Jeff is like, "There's actually one more competitor," and then the Rock steps off and is like, "You're competing with the Rock."
During a talking head, Edna Mode has a piece of tree mail around her head like a hat. This is good. Fashion. Fashionista from The Incredibles and now on Survivor 2. Survivor 23, South Pacific. Okay, Coach and Edna fully align with one another. Coach, making a lot of alliances early. Not a smart move. Especially for a 3-time player. Might have to go back on your promises. Okay.
Well, no, the first day alliances are the strongest. We know this.
Right, he did say that. Even if, I guess if you make them with everybody, they kind of are, because you miss 100% of the alliances you don't make. Things of that nature. Okay, so over on Savai, the new Seth Cochran is cutting coconuts without being asked. Look at that. Progress. And then Ozzy wanders around the island, and maybe he'll find an idol. What do you know?
Are you familiar with the like edits people do of that Geese song "All Pays to Cocaine"? The like you can change part of it.
No, I don't think so.
There's a part of that song that's like where the lead singer just says "you can change" a bunch of times. That's like "you can change and still choose me," and I'm just imagining that playing over Cochran, just like cutting a coconut up now without being asked.
That's great. Okay, over on Upolu, we get another scene with Coach and Brandon Hantz. Coach reminds Brandon Hantz how he kept him warm the night before. Great, buddy. Love that for you.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Brandon starts to feel bad about lying to Coach, and he tells him he's Russell Hantz's nephew. Didn't need to do this.
Really didn't need to do it.
Lil Hantz promises to not screw Coach over the way his uncle did in Heroes vs. Villains. Okay. Yeah, absolutely, Mr. Hantz. And then they pray together. So that was nice.
Yeah, sure.
Ansavai Elise begs her Native American ancestors to teach her how to fish. I didn't love this scene.
I mean, going on a fishing trip is fun, though.
Yeah. The boys go fishing. 3 boys on a boat. Remember from 49?
3 boys on a boat.
3 boys on a boat. Jim wants his 3 boys and 2 girls alliance with Ozzy and Keith as the 2 other boys, unaware that Ozzy and Keith have already been talking to each other without Jim. I love seeing a player just one step behind everyone else. It's very funny.
Yeah, that's especially when they're very confident about how they're playing.
It is very funny to watch a confident person be wrong. On Upolu, we finally get to hear from Michaela, who is a tomboy and plays tackle football. I like that she calls it...
This season had, like, the first 2 episodes, there were points where somebody appeared, like, one time and then reappeared, and it was like, oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Like, who's this?
You're not just an extension of Brandon's imagination. I think it's funny how she refers to it as tackle football, but then the editors on the Chiron call it lingerie football. Like, okay, guys, we see what you're trying to do. Brandon can't handle himself around her because of her seductive ways.
This is just like...
The fuck are you talking about, bro? This just
sounds like he's gonna kill her.
It's so weird. It's a weird way to act around a person.
He has a very sinister energy to him.
What's going on with the
Hantz family?
Being a married man, he has to stay away from stuff like that. Stuff like what? Women? Christine goes idol hunting and finds a clue. Good for her. And in regular Survivor news, do you think they should continue to cast people from the Hantz family on the modern era?
Probably not.
At the Immunity Challenge, everyone on Upolu is eating some Pandera fruit because the tribe that eats Pandera together stays together. I've never heard of this fruit. Do you know this fruit?
No. They seemed like they were enjoying it, though.
Yeah, absolutely. They have to release keys at this immunity challenge from a ring around the Rosie type game. This was fun. And then, unlike the others, have to do a big block puzzle. Cool. I like the ring around the Rosie part of it.
Yeah, it was nice.
My question, is that always the game with ring around the Rosie? Like you have to jump over each other's ribbons? Or, because like I feel like in storybooks, they're all just kind of like unwrapping the ribbons in unison. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when are they all falling down? That's what I want to know.
And how come Ring of Rosie, what is it called? Ring Around the Rosie fell out of favor. Oh, that's a lot of alliteration in culture, you know? Like, let's bring it back. You know, shit's 15 years old at this point. Time to bring back Ring Around the Rosie, Jeff. The winners get comfort items as well as immunity. Did you appreciate The Rock shouting, "Get in rhythm! Get in rhythm!"
Yeah.
This is good. So Savaya wins this one, and Brandon is already targeting Michaela. He can't be around stuff like that.
You can't be around stuff like that. I think we can all agree.
And stuff like that, again, is conventionally attractive women? It just makes me... Whatever. I don't need to conjecture about Brandon Hantz's brain anymore. On Upolu, Coach is planning on splitting the votes between Stacy and Christine. But Brandon Hantz, Lil Hantz, is feeling mighty uncomfortable because he's married, you know, and nobody else has ever been married on this show.
He's a married man.
He's a married man. He can't be around stuff like that. To which Coach goes, "Yeah, for sure, man."
Like, it is really funny having Coach talk to someone else the way that people talk to Coach. It's like, yeah, cool.
Hitting
him with the damn,
reason.
That's crazy.
Sophie figures out Brandon is targeting Michaela because she's a strong woman, which gives her pause because she is a strong woman too. What do you think of Sophie? Is she more Sophie or Sophie?
That's a good question. Yeah, is this a blue or a yellow Sophie? Sophie spaghetti. What kind of Sophie is this?
Yeah.
She's on it for like this is one of the people where I was like, who's this? Who are you again?
Yeah, fair. Christine can't understand why she's being told to vote Michaela, so she follows her idol clue. I think that's a good note. Brandon tells Coach that Stacy and Christine actually are voting for Michaela, which is immediately a lie. Didn't he just say, "I'll never lie to you, Coach"?
Well, yeah, but not like that. That's different.
Oh, sure. I forgot that's different this time. Lil Hantz thinks the temptress Michaela has all the men at camp wrapped around her finger, but not him. I like they cut to her just like being a competent member of their tribe. Just like walking around with people being normal. I'll say, I love when people are normal. It's my favorite thing.
Yeah. Just me personally.
Yeah. Okay. So that's fun. We got a good number of wildlife shots. We got various crabs and other hermit crabs specifically, which I found very funny, knowing Oscar's future. I found that to be an interesting choice to feature all the crabs, you know, knowing the choices he made in the future and the actions he's taken. If you catch my drift, do you know about this?
Oh, Oscar?
Oscar Lush? Is his last name Lush? Ozzy?
Oh, that's what Ozzy is short for Oscar. Okay.
Yeah.
Nickname for Oscar. Yeah.
Do you know what he's done since his previous Survivor appearance to this one?
No, what has he been doing?
Well, a famous website where he played to his strengths, I would say, and also knowingly passed STDs around. So
okay.
that was a fun little heel turn late in his career. Call him John Cena. So thrilled to see him back on the television. We also got the heron. We got the flies. We got fish. I think we saw some sort of snake, but it looked more like some like sludge moving around rocks.
Her
What
name's
the fuck
fucking
was that?
Michaela because of all the forbidden fruit temptation that she's doing.
Yeah, absolutely. We also got the skink, which I did send you a picture of because he looked straight at the camera like Jim Halpert. Jim Halpert, the
He's
skink.
jimming the
Pretty fun.
camera.
Skinking the camera. That's what we should call it from here on out. We also got various birds, including the Samoan Myzomela. Do you know about this bird?
I'm not
Hear about
familiar.
this? It's a black and red bird. It's a small and active bird. How small?
Small and
It's in
active. How
inches.
small?
It's in inches.
In inches. I'll say 4 inches.
4 to 5 inches. Hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
And where in the world can you find the Samoan Myzomela? I thought that would fit. With Carmen Sandiego. Carmen Sandiego. How many syllables is that?
Boop, 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 boop.
The Samoan Myzomela. Where can you find them?
The Samoa. Well, you can probably find them in the probably the Pacific Islands. I would think.
Which Pacific Islands?
Samoa. Can you find them
good
in? Can you find them in Tonga?
I did not see Tonga on the list. It was Upolu, Savaii, and another island called Tutuila,
Okay.
which is not one of the names of the tribes this season. This is a member of the honey eater family. So where do they find their habitats?
Honey eater family. I mean, probably. Where do they find their habitats?
Where do they make their habitats?
I don't know, like trees, probably.
Ding, ding, ding. Forests, anywhere they can find flowers, so they especially like gardens as well. And they have a long curved bill. Why? This one should be easy.
That's probably for getting nectar.
That's right. Better to reach into their favorite flowers, my dear. Do you want to hear their chirp?
Yeah, sure.
LNS catalog number 139937.
There you go.
Very anticlimactic. A single chirp.
Did you like the robot voice at the beginning, though?
Yeah, it's like 10 seconds of robot voice and then just beep.
Okay, so where do they rank?
Hopefully least concern.
They're even less concerned than least concern. These guys, they haven't even been evaluated yet.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I hope. I assume that means they're just doing fine and nobody's worried about it. So they haven't.
Yeah.
But it's also maybe just like, it only exists on this small island in the South Pacific and nobody's bothered to research them. I think that's probably more likely. Oh boy. Okay, let's talk about this tribal council. Lil Hantz believes he made a good impression on the tribe. Why? What did you do that made a good impression? Coach thinks he made a bad first impression. Coach mentions Stacy and Christine are targeting Michaela, and they immediately refute it. Coach talks about sticking by your people, and Christine asks, "From whom did you hear that, Mr. Honesty?" Good name. Good nickname for Coach. Mr. Honesty.
Mr. Honesty. Let's get him.
Like, if he ever became a superhero, Mr. Honesty would be such a good name. And he could do, like, you're forced to tell the truth, like Wonder Woman. Didn't she have some ability to do that?
Yeah, she had a lasso that made people tell the truth.
That's good. Albert says Coach is actually displaying loyalty by not revealing the name. And Christine says he feels hurt that he's temporary. Well, we'll see who lasts longer, Christine. Why don't you go be a car or whatever? Is that movie?
Yes.
Don't know.
I don't need to hear lessons in loyalty from a damn car.
Then Brandon raises his hand and admits this was all his idea. Bro, what? What are you talking about? He is in his own little world, and I support that. Okay, they vote. Coach licks his vote before putting it in the urn. Can we fire him for that? It's not like he licked his finger and then grabbed a piece of paper. He literally put the paper to his tongue.
That's not allowed.
I don't think you can do that, man. It's not a fucking piece of gold. Testing if it's real. Gold medal, that's what it is. Anyway, they vote. Sophie gets 1 vote. Edna gets 2 votes. No, Edna gets the second vote, I should say. 2 people who, you said, who?
This was one where I was like, the first few votes, I was like, what is going on here? What is this tribal council?
Stacy gets 3 votes, and Christine the Car gets 4 votes. Ooh, maybe we could cast Christine the Car in Survivor All Cars.
Yeah, Survivor All Cars. See you later.
See you later. I hope you have fun on Redemption Island. Do you love when he still says, you'll be voted out of this game, but not really. There's a twist this time. Like, why not just adjust your phrasing slightly, man?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird season.
It's a weird season. Okay, speaking of weird things, we heard from normal married guy Brandon Hantz a lot this week about being both normal and married.
And being married.
So, can you tell us the name of this week's Whoops Quiz?
So nasty that it's probably somewhat of a travesty having me. Then he told the people you can call me your majesty.
Are you marriage material? I think I hear wedding bells. Or are they for you? By H.R. Williams, contributor. This is from April 24th, 2024.
And did they give you an ad for Wicked for Good, including the sing-along?
No, I did not get that.
Watch at home. Another ad for an Amazon product for Samuxi. Oh, and it's gone. Okay. What is your parents' current relationship with each other? Married, divorced, separated, widowed, together, not married, not together, never married. They are married, going on 600 years.
Yep, mine are also married for the same amount of time.
And they've actually lived down the street from each other for decades. So isn't that fun? Longer than you and I have lived down the street from each other, eh?
It's true.
Okay. Did you grow up with any siblings? Yes, no, kind of.
Yes.
Ian, Colleen. Those are my siblings' names. If so, do you get along with your siblings? Yes, not really. Define get along or no siblings, silly. I guess I'll say define get along. One of them listens to this podcast. The other doesn't. I'm pretty sure.
This is an of course LOL for me.
Would you ever get married? Yes, for sure. I don't know. Not a chance. I already did.
We're getting, you already did. So yes, for sure for you.
Yeah.
It's an IDK for this guy.
Yeah. Why didn't they do I already am? I feel like that would be a concrete
that would be
result
sick.
then. Are you currently in a relationship? Yes. No, kind of. Yes, I literally just said I'm married.
Yeah.
Did this quiz even listen to me?
It's not listening to you. I am currently not.
No for Thomas. How long do you think a couple should date before they get engaged? 2 to 4 years. A year is fine. Maybe a decade. 1 to 2 years. I don't know. Time doesn't matter. I like that last one.
I think it. This is a classic. It depends.
Yeah. I'm gonna go.
Answer.
Time doesn't matter. Reference.
This
Doctor
is an
Who
ID.
earlier.
This is an IDK for me.
Yeah. Your favorite answer. Ooh, the Smuxy ad came back. Smuxy fully assembled walnut. $51.29 at Amazon. I don't think that doesn't seem worth it to me. One walnut for $52? Come on, guys. Okay. If you did ever get married, do you believe in sharing finances with a mutual bank account? Yes, 100%. Maybe we could still have our own personal accounts. No, LOL. You can just do it all on your phone now. It doesn't matter anymore. I'd say maybe, but we have our own personal accounts. We both have phones that do it.
Do you have a mutual bank account?
Technically no.
Okay.
But I don't see an issue with it.
No,
What
I
do you
don't either.
think?
I said maybe, but we would still have our own personal accounts.
Yeah. And if you were to ever tie the knot, would you ever change your last name? Sure, maybe. I'd hyphen it with mine. Nope. Here's the thing, people. They don't just do it automatically. You have to go to each individual person your last name has ever been on and go, this is my new last name. It's not like an automatic thing the government does. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
I didn't either. So they told us that when we signed our thing, and we're like, oh, I guess it's not that important. So I'd say maybe if you're willing to go through.
That's the best reason. It's just like, I got to do that. Ugh.
I have to contact like 18 people? No, I don't want to do that. What did you say?
I'm gonna say. I don't know. I think that I don't have strong enough. I'll say nope, but like I could be persuaded to do the hyphen. I think.
Okay, Jordan Peele. Another good reference. That's a modern reference. More modern than Arrested Development. Nope. Jordan Peele.
That is true.
They're trying to
I
get
like
him in
that
Marvel
movie.
now. Yeah. Okay, it says start making your Pinterest board. Research shows that you have some qualities that could make you less apprehensive about marriage, such as growing up with siblings, being open to sharing finances, and currently being in a relationship. Thanks. It said super likely for me. What'd you say?
Start making your Pinterest board. Research shows that you have some qualities that can make you less apprehensive about marriage. Yeah, super likely.
It says spread the awesome. Then it points to Pinterest. Do people still use Pinterest? And what is that one? Facebook. Do people still use Facebook?
Yeah,
Is this
presumably.
Blue Sky? The third one, is that Blue Sky? Yeah, wow. No more Twitter, huh? Interesting. Okay, so that's the Quotes quiz. Pretty fun time. So are you excited for the wedding?
Which wedding is that?
Yours, the one that BuzzFeed promised.
Oh, sure, yeah.
They said it's super likely, so.
It is super. Yeah, it's happening tomorrow. So
Fuck, I'm busy tomorrow.
sorry. You
have
know,
to
you
edit this
have to put these things so
podcast.
far in advance.
I know. Okay, the show's on youtube.com/the Compassionate Hater Survivor podcast or whatever. Thomas, what's your social media?
You can follow me at tom.tom on X, everything at formerly known as Twitter, or at tom.tom.bsky.social.
Then what can people comment on YouTube? Oh, I didn't even check our YouTube this week. Let me check our YouTube real quick while you recite the boilerplate review or comment, whatever.
This is my favorite podcast. I like it better than all the. Oh no, we're not doing that one yet. Ha ha ha! Very funny smiley face or just smiley face.
Very good. Ooh, we did get a comment on the last one. Haha, very funny smiley face. Thank you for that. And what's next? Last week's poll asked, who's your favorite running man? Who's your favorite running man, Thomas?
Probably MC Hammer.
Fuck, that wasn't an option. The options were, of course, Glenn Powell, Yaphet Kotto, Arnold Schwarzenegger, or Martin Hillary. Hurley?
Yeah, Martin Hurley. Probably Martin Hurley.
Wow, this was another popular one. Most popular one since we asked, are you more Keenan or Kel? And nobody subscribed to the podcast from it. The winner was, with 76% of the vote, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Glenn Powell got 20. Martin Hurley got 4%. And our man Yaphet Kotto got 0.
People disrespecting Yaphet Kotto. That man died recently, and you're fucking giving him no votes.
I think it's got to be just because he was only in like 1 or 2 scenes of the original, so people don't have as fond
Show some
memory
damn
of
respect.
him. And like, I don't think his death was as funny as Martin Hurley's was in that
No,
movie. So
no,
that's fair.
yeah, there wasn't a scene where guys like high-fived after shooting him.
That is so funny. I will laugh hysterically every time. Way to make death funny, Mr. Wright. Speaking of getting married. Okay, how about this for this week's poll? Which Sophie is Sophie most like yellow, blue? The other one? Sophie. Spaghetti, thank you. Okay,
You like
is that a
spaghetti?
good poll? Do I like spaghetti? Is that what you said?
Yeah, do you like spaghetti?
I think it's fine for angel hair or fettuccine. Ooh, or fettuccine. A fettuccine dish with feta cheese? Fettuccine.
Angel hair and you're talking about pasta. Angel hair and fettuccine are not spaghetti. They're pasta.
Spaghetti is pasta, though.
Spaghetti is a specific kind of pasta.
Yeah. As is fettuccine and angel hair pasta. What's the point you're trying to make?
Bucatini. I'm a bucatini boy.
Welcome to the Compassionate Haters podcast with the Bucatini boys. That could be next week. Okay. So that's the poll for this week. Vote at the YouTube channel. A few shows on Patreon at Just Podcast. What show do you want to shout out on this off-season week?
Oh, man. I'm just thinking about pasta now.
Should we have a tier about pasta?
You know what? Let's shout out Pope and Change, because where does the Pope reside? Well, Rome, of course. And where do they have a lot of pasta? Rome.
That's a really good point. Thank you for saying that. Did you want to thank the fans?
I would love to thank the listeners, commenters, and subscribers. Thank you for listening, commenting, and subscribing.
And did you notice how I didn't even bring up that you stumbled over that, even though you constantly are bringing up when I stumble over words? Isn't that interesting?
Well, you kind of did just bring it up, but...
Okay, we'll be back next week with episodes 3 and 4 of Survivor South Pacific in our ongoing Year of the Dragon Slayer. Yod's Coach.
That's Coach.
All right, have a great summer.
See you next year. Damn it!
No! We'll be back next week, people. See you next week. Have a great summer.
Deuces.
There we go.
Coaches.
There we go, yeah.
We got sunlight on the sand, we got moonlight on the sea, we got mangoes and bananas we can pick right off a tree. We got volleyball and ping pong and a lot of dandy games. What ain't we got? We ain't got dames.
I got a Bing citrus for the record.
We get packages from home.
I don't like the citrus Bing. I don't like that you like it.
I'm sorry that I have a different
You're not
palate than
enjoying.
you.
You're not enjoying a product I like on my terms. You're on my terms. You're enjoying it on your terms.
It's got
and that
cherry
is
in it,
frankly,
though, and you love cherry. Is cherry a
that is
citrus
frank-
fruit?
No, which is why I think that it's not just cherry, because there is just regular cherry. There's
Yeah, I don't
the
like
tart
that
cherry
one.
Bing.
I don't like.
No,
just
that one's
cherry
good.
one.
You're fucking wrong.
I bought that one because I wasn't looking closely enough, and they're both in red cans. I thought it was the citrus one, and I opened it up and I took a sip, and I was like, oh wait, it looked it's a cherry. I said, okay, well let me just try. I took another sip. This is not sitting right in my tummy. But grapefruit, lime, with a little bit of cherry. That's all right by me. That's all right by my belly. Anyway, what have you got over there? I heard you open something earlier.
I've got two beverages right now. I've got a Bolt House peach parfait breakfast smoothie.
Okay.
Which has got 11 grams of protein, so I'm going to be really strong. And I've got the old standby fizz-free peach mango plus green tea. Celsius.
Oh, another wonderful news about the Bing I got. It used to be for sale 2 for $4 at my local Jewel-Osco. Went through this morning, 3 for $5. I said, I think I'm not good at math, but I think that's an even better deal.
I like that you said Jewel-Osco, but it sounded like you said Jewel-Osco, which I really like. Jewel-Osco is legend.
If we ever, it'll be several years from now, but if we ever have a child, Jewel-Osco could be its name.
Could be a good name for a boy or a girl.
Yeah. Here's a thought I had this week while watching a basketball game. You know how the All-Star game is bad and nobody ever cares and plays defense or anything?
Yeah.
It needs stakes, right? We all agree. And it needs, like, genuine stakes, not like a fucking...
The stake authority must be there.
The stake authority must be there, and we are the stake authority in this situation. The stakes being the winner of the All-Star game should get to pick the referees that are reffing the finals.
Have you done what you promised?
I disagree. I think it's in the same way that when they tried to give stakes to the MLB All-Star Game by giving the
Home field advantage, right?
Yeah, home field advantage off of it. I think that's fucking stupid. The All-Star Game is a silly thing that shouldn't mean anything.
You do beautiful work.
But stakes make games fun. And then we can like
I
root for which referees to
promise
pick.
you, I promise you,
You're a treasure.
it wouldn't work.
It's such
It
a good
would
idea.
just
though.
you would only get the negative. It would be like there would be no positive upside to it. There would only be negative outcomes from it. Anytime that they
Excuse
try to
me.
do anything like this with an All-Star Game,
You're speaking like somebody who's not addicted to online gambling, online sports gambling. You don't
I'm
want
so
to bet on
sorry.
the refs that are going to be in the All-Star game? Come on.
oh wow, wouldn't that be something?
That's a positive.
But some of them nurses, the officers.
We have one song picked out for this one, Nothing But a Dame by the South Pacific Boys.
Okay.
I think that's what that
You said
group
that
is
this is season number 23, right?
23, yeah. And I do...
So we have a few options here.
Okay, thank you. Because I really don't want to do that Miley Cyrus song.
Well, okay, that's one of them.
I don't want to do that one. With my J's on. It's so fucking stupid. Shut up.
J's on my feet.
What if we
J's
just
on
do
my
Wrecking
feet.
Ball instead?
No, the other one that you could do is What's My Age Again? Nobody Likes You When You're 23.
Oh, of course. I can't believe that slipped my mind. That's perfect. That's the one we'll do. Yeah. As always, please don't come after us. We only have 12 listeners.
Nothing acts like a day, or attracts like a day. There ain't a thing that's wrong with any man here that can't be cured by putting him near a girly, womanly, female, feminine
Smarten up, pros.
That one guy, Big Mo, two guys, little bitty Mo, three guys, four-eyed Mo, four guys, no Mo, five guys, eat Mo, five little guys named Mo.
Do you want to remember 5 guys?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. And I think this one's a really good one, and you're going to get it really quickly. First up is Jeremy Grant.
Jeremy Grant, former Detroit Piston, former Philadelphia 76er, former Oklahoma City Thunder, former Denver Nugget, current Portland Trailblazer.
That's right.
Also, he played for Syracuse in college.
Don't care. Who is Nick Cage? Been watching a lot
Nick
of
Cage.
Jeopardy.
Nick Cage is the star of The Carpenter, a movie that I was forced to watch because of Oscar bets this year. He's been in
Okay.
a couple other movies.
Can you tell me about The Carpenter?
It's if they tried to make an A24 style elevated horror movie, but it's out of the Bible. It stinks.
A23.
It's really it's both boring and like it's too Christian and not Christian enough at the same time.
Perfect. A23 Psalms is the joke.
I
was
don't
trying to
know
make
who it's
earlier.
for.
You didn't hear my good joke, so we'll just move on. RFK Jr. is our third guy.
Okay, yeah.
We all know who that is. We can move on.
We know,
Number 4
we
is
know this. I don't want to talk about it.
Number 4 is Arch Manning.
Arch Manning. He's the son of Cooper Manning and nephew of Peyton and Eli Manning. And he was the MVP of the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. You probably
Was
like that
he?
because it's a flavor with citrus.
I do love citrus. It's one of my favorite flavors. My favorite bowl game is, of course, the Pop-Tart Bowl, because it's horrifying every time.
We love the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Like, when they were talking about Fever Dream on whatever episode that was that we watched recently, that's what I am imagining. When you say the word Fever Dream, the Pop-Tart Bowl is what I imagine.
Yes. Are you familiar with the Duke's Mayo Bowl as a
Yeah, I think I've
as
heard
a
of it.
bowl
I don't
game?
know. What's their thing? What's their gimmick?
I believe it is the winning coach gets
No,
doused
I know what their
in
gimmick is. It just
Yeah, they
don't.
get doused in mayonnaise at the end of
Yeah,
the game.
no, it all, as you were saying, it all clicked together in my head. Yeah, I was aware of that one actually. Thank you for reminding me. And finally, our fifth guy, nice little palate cleanser for your brain, a little man named Peter Parker.
Oh, Peter Parker. Your friendly. Well, I shouldn't be saying this, but your friendly
wait.
neighborhood Spider-Man.
No shit.
He's a freelance photographer.
That's how
he's mostly
I know
known,
him.
He's mostly known for being a freelance photographer.
Yeah. And he does live in the neighborhood, and he is a friend to many. So
Yes.
I think that's fair. Okay, so have you figured out the theme yet? That's all five guys.
So it's Peter. Oh, is it people with famous uncles?
More specifically, these are the famous nephews.
Yeah.
Yes. Can you rattle off the five uncles for these five?
So Jeremy is
people?
Harvey Grant's son, so Horace Grant is his uncle.
Correct.
JFK obviously for RFK Jr.
Yep.
Arch Manning I already said.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
football boys from
Peyton and Eli.
The 2000s, yeah. Nick Cage,
Francis Ford Coppola.
of course, and Peter Parker,
Uncle Ben.
of course. R.I.P. Uncle Ben, by the way. I feel so bad for that family. I hope Peter has something to focus on.
Uncle Ben, of course. Do you know who plays him in Madam Web?
Of course.
Adam Scott.
It's our friend Adam Scott, famous Survivor fan.
Yeah, from You Talking You Two to Me.
Oh my god. That's the celebrity we should reach out to guest on this podcast is fucking Adam Scott. Because, he was on
Scott.
one or two reunion shows like in the audience and they don't address him in the least.
Just like I just imagine him looking really excited too. Just like, eh.
You can tell he's like excited but trying to hide it. It's like, Adam, you're not that good an actor, especially like 2010 or whatever.
Well, he's worked with Jeff before. It makes a lot more sense if he's a Survivor fan because it was a good bit. But the greatest event in television history thing that he did, the fact that Jeff hosts that, it's like, okay,
I gotta rewatch that. I don't think I've watched that since it first.
Oh, it's so funny. I think about a lot the first one with John Hamm, the point where John is in the car and he's having this like whole rant about how like this is the most important artistic thing, and at the end of it he just goes, "I'm so fucking cold," and then it cuts to Jeff and he's like, "John Hamm died that night."
That's good. When Jeff has fun, it's a fun time.
Yeah, Jeff is very funny in those because he is not trying to be funny. He is just he's being Jeff.
Did you just hang up on me?
No.